X is required.
Wow.
To go live.
And we are.
Oh, I don't care about X.
Okay, well, click on the YouTube one. It looks like the YouTube one's there now. So just remove. You can remove X. There you go. Yeah, it looks like it's there now for YouTube. Looks like it's live now. Yeah, we've got 4 people now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I can't talk. My eye.
Okay, this is better. We're getting there.
We got this.
We getting there. Thank you, Dawn, for the. That's the first time we ever had that happen because you watched me load all of them in, and it just decided to take a dump on us. And welcome to the stage, the screen, the man in the corner, John.
Hello, how is everybody?
All right.
Jizzy John.
That's right.
All right.
What up, gang?
Hey, chilling. This weather, man, working out in this weather is a beast.
You look like you got a tan, John.
I've been outside every day this whole week.
Yeah. You just a little bit lighter than Grizz right now. John been out in that Egyptian heat.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it. Shit.
Yeah, the deserts of Egypt is about that hot all the time.
I shared my tan line with Jerry earlier.
Look,
I was like white.
I said you really are white.
I wish I could put it on camera and make it make sense, but I can't.
This camera can't even make HD, so
Yeah.
we just been tripping and falling today. But guess what?
It's
Just
a
like
day.
the song
It's
says,
a day.
we
Oh,
fall
you might want to
down,
bring up the
but
comments just in
we
case
get
before.
up. None yet. None yet.
None yet.
None yet.
None yet.
None yet. But anyway,
But the numbers going up, so that's good.
yeah. What have you been up to, sir?
Man, listen. I've been chilling, working. We did an event this Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went and saw
Do you
people.
want me to say it?
I wasn't gonna pronounce it. I was gonna say
We did the Caracalegian African Dance Troupe's 14th anniversary performance show. That is my girl, Mama Jahan, and she is the director of the company. And we heard 4 hours of African drums.
Nice.
And some amazing dancing. Aren't you glad I gave you those earplugs?
I didn't even use them.
Man, my ears were ringing.
I couldn't. Yeah,
Always,
my ears was
always.
fine.
I gotta drop it. I gotta drop a tip here real quick.
Huh?
I gotta drop an OSHA approved safety tip
Okay.
because I love you guys, and only because I love you guys. If you're ever around music, wear earplugs.
Yeah.
No, Grizz. There's a story behind this. Now, there's a story behind this.
120 dB rolling off the stage.
It's. I used to photograph concerts and stuff like at the Auto Bar, the local music scene.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Big shout out to the Auto Bar.
yeah. So a lot of times I'd be up near the speakers.
Oh,
My friend, she didn't wear earplugs one day, and she temporarily lost her hearing. So
damn.
there ain't
That
no
was
shame,
probably
even though they look
night
funny.
dog
Hey,
routine.
they may look a little funny, but you know what? It's better than not hearing.
You just save your ears.
I don't know. Probably butchered it. I wasn't. I was really going to say we watched people from my motherland put on a concert. Okay, I wasn't going to pronounce it.
Because it is hard to, if you look at it, you wouldn't go Kerhalehi.
Yeah.
Because, certain letters, when they put together in certain languages, drop. Because both words start with a K. But it's Kerhalehi.
I actually had a real long day that day, so I didn't get to actually talk to you about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Drake is officially dead because one of them songs they definitely beat Not Like Us on the drums, and I heard it. I heard it. Yeah, it was a dog.
He heard it.
I tried to look back. I was like,
He heard it ensconced in the African tribal beats.
Yeah, I heard it.
The Kendrick Lamar, not like us.
Yeah, I heard it.
Finally, this is like a half hour into the show. Hey, Shauna, how you doing? Great to see you.
Hello.
Shana.
Hey, beautiful Don and the multifaceted men of the GMC. Hope everyone is well tonight.
Yo, we're
She sent me a friend request.
What's happening? What's happening?
New bestie.
So what's been up with what else been up?
What else I've been doing? Nothing. Still working on sets. Still writing.
Are we gonna photograph your knees this evening?
Yes. That's why the knees is out. So the photos can come.
Grizz, you gotta stay online for that.
No.
Oh. All I have to say about the knees is here you go.
I don't need that. That look like that's gonna break me out.
That's called shea butter, sir. Shea butter.
Yeah,
Shea
don't.
butter.
I got sensitive skin. Okay. Gotta talk to this.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
But
Oh, rest in peace to Jacoby Jones.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
Yeah.
That was horrible. I
Yeah,
wasn't
that
expecting.
was
Shannon
Doherty.
Doherty, Richard Simmons.
yeah,
Yeah, there was somebody else too.
Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, Dr. Ruth.
Yeah.
Trump's left ear.
I knew it was coming.
Trump's left ear died.
Hey,
He said Trump's left ear.
bro, you want to talk? You want to talk about the biggest piece of cinematic bullshit I ever seen in my life? Come on, man.
You really think it's fake?
First of all, bro, I've been in the hood and I've been shot at. You ain't gonna be that goddamn calm. He gonna stand up.
Ew. That's what
Fuck
I
outta
said.
here.
It was like that ain't even sound like
Everybody was calm. Now I don't know if anybody's seen the second video, which was actually the first video, but 3.5 minutes before the shooting even happened, there was a lady that was recording with her cell phone, and she recorded him climbing up on the roof.
Yeah, they showed that.
There's somebody climbing up on the roof. He's up there. He's moving. It was 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like that's a building. Like, how come nobody was even in that building to begin with? Why wasn't that built off?
And
Like-
one other thing I want to mention: how strong is his goddamn ear that it prevented the person behind his ear from getting shot?
No, someone died.
I just want
Yeah.
to
One of the bystanders died.
One person died. 2 people were injured.
Yeah, they said the fire chief died.
Yeah, so them
right
bullets was
behind,
real.
that was behind him.
I don't know where they were, but one of the bystanders was killed by a bullet.
They said the bullet ricocheted off his head. Let me shut up.
Stop.
Oh!
Which y'all was just going through. Y'all were going through the people that are no longer with us. We got a little tribute, so let's go through it.
Vision is not money.
Woo! Some of y'all women gonna get mad.
Who do you think cheat more, men or women?
Women.
Why do you think?
Hey, my diet's off track. I need you to hold me accountable. Hold you accountable how? Like when I go to have snacks, just
Now put that thing back where it came from, or so help me!
What the fuck?
It didn't load.
Hey, yo, the whole screen is black.
I'm gonna have to do this another way. Here we go. I'm gonna do it another way.
Hey, Jerry, can you hear me?
Yes.
Jacoby Jones, he left.
All right, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I'm looking at an entirely black screen.
He was a primetime entertainer. He got after it, but he could also ball. A pretty unique build for a returner. At the combine, he measured 6'3", but I swear he grew to be 6'4". He had unbelievable long speed. He only ran a 4.5, but best believe, once he hit that top gear, it was over. It's a wrap. Probably the most obscure thing about him as a football player for a guy who only had 2,700 yards receiving is how many clutch plays he made. He was in a lot of big moments. First starters, the Mile High Miracle, divisional round, Joe Flacco playing out of his mind. Game on the line, moment of a lifetime. Who's on the receiving end? Jacoby Jones. Fast forward to the Super Bowl, he scored not 1 but 2 touchdowns. Possession caught it, got back up, juked the defender, and found a way to the crib. And then he housed the opening kick return in the second half, 108 yards. And the special part is that he just enjoyed all these moments. The iconic Ray Lewis dance, comfortable, under control, just enjoying it. Realistically, could have been the Super Bowl MVP. And I mean, he was so dangerous, Mike Tomlin had to tackle him. He got fined 100 bands for this play. From what I remember and from what it seems, Jacoby Jones was a character, just a funny dude. At one point, he was actually on Dancing with the Stars, and he went on to recreate his dance. He might have only been a guy who had a couple catches a game, but best believe when he did, he was going to make a big play. I used to always draft him in my Madden franchises.
Rest in peace, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, and next time I see somebody post, rest in peace, former Dancing with the Stars, Jacoby Jones, we fighting.
Yes, fight.
We fighting. I saw that. I saw it, yo.
13th after a lengthy battle with cancer, Us Weekly can confirm. She was 53. Darty's rep told People magazine, "It is with a heavy heart that I confirm the passing of actress Shannon Darty. On Saturday, July 13th,
It's a chick from
she
Charm.
lost her battle with cancer after many years of fighting. The
90210.
Beverly Hills 90210 alum revealed in February of 2022 that she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer.
This is our weekend, so I just want. I knew, we all grew up in some way or shape or form with all of these people, so I just wanted to give them a minute. Hope you don't mind.
Right.
Most of this was our childhood. 90210.
It turns out real. The love can turn the wheel. Because he needs me, 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 he needs me.
Why she do that next stuff like
Da da da.
Like she could walk back and see.
Da 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 dum. Da 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 da.
She had
That
that.
was the actress, funny woman, Shelley Duvall, who also played Olive Oil in the Popeye movie.
She had the same shoes John had on.
Yeah, she's gone too.
This is why we can't have nice things.
It turns out.
I'm telling you, tonight is a comedy of
You should play again. I got to see her Crip walk backwards again. Like that was a rest in peace.
Man.
What you mean? I mess with. He was like on drugs.
Entertaining wise, like he's just, how you just look at somebody like just such a mess because they're funny.
Yeah.
He was just one of those people that I think he just he was who he was and he just didn't apologize for it. Which
I don't know too much about him other than the Nutty
If
Professor.
he wants to have more sex than she does, I tell women a secret. The secret is big deal. It takes 3 minutes, give him an orgasm, then go to sleep.
Wow. So we just like to say rest in peace to Jacoby Jones, Shannon Doherty, Richard Simmons, Dr. Ruth,
and Shelley Duvall.
And Shelley Duvall from the Grown Man Clique to all of y'all. Yeah.
It's a lot of folk,
It
man.
wasn't too long ago, everyone thought he was dead because no one said hi for a while. Yeah, no one saw him for a while.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Simmons.
Yeah.
But at some point in all of our childhoods, I saw all of them, in some way, shape, or form. I mean, if Dr. Ruth was on the Tonight Show, you wasn't watching the Tonight Show with your parents. She wasn't. That was Dr. Ruth. She was raw back in the day.
I don't
They
know
used
who
to
she
have
was.
to bleep her.
Listening
You
to
would
her
say
on the radio.
orgasm in a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
And you couldn't say orgasm on TV.
Right.
I
No,
know
she
You
was
couldn't say
dead.
penis,
She did
vagina.
all that stuff on TV and did not care.
She was like, I said it because I am a doctor. So
right.
I mean, it was a quite a weekend. I mean, and then of course we did talk about the former president getting shot. And my one take on that is that no one's life deserves to be taken by any other person. Absolutely no matter what you believe, no matter what your politics are, religion, race, color, or creed, you do not have the right in any shape, form, or measure to take someone's life because of what you feel.
Right.
Well,
Absolutely.
There was another podcast we were doing where Chris was talking about the fact, and I saw this a lot across my social media, where everybody was kind of saying the same thing. They're like, if you wanted this person dead, like, please leave my social media, because nobody's life is, should be taken in such a manner.
Exactly. Yeah.
Believe it or not, it's been over what, 53 years almost since JFK.
Yeah.
I mean, God ain't through with me yet.
No,
Well,
actually,
then there was Reagan.
almost
Reagan.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Reagan.
who actually perished as president. And I mean, and we shouldn't take that lightly, no matter what you believe. Like, one thing we really don't talk is national politics, really, because I believe that it's just like religion. We don't really talk religion. I don't mind if you bring up your religion and talk about what you believe in.
Praise Jesus.
Oh, you believe in Jesus now?
Negative,
Okay.
Captain. Just joking.
All right. But the whole idea is that I have friends from all races, all colors, all creeds, all religions, all sexual backgrounds or sexual identities. And guess what? They're my friends are my friends. And if you don't like any of those, then that's up to you to decide.
Karen, can I ask you something real quick? I want to touch on something.
Whoa.
Now, I'm not trying to start any problems or anything, but you mentioned races.
Yes.
There's only one, isn't there?
What?
Race, the human race.
True.
Okay,
But
thank you. I'm done.
Different ethnicities, like you can from different places.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, Rich, this one. Yeah. Imagine that.
Hey, let me say this to you. When they start taking it off job applications, then I'll say that.
Right.
It's the human race.
As soon as they start taking it off of there and stop asking you what race you are, then
I've answered. I've said human a few times on some of those apps. I mean, that shit's ridiculous.
Now tell me, did you get hired for those jobs, John?
What do you think?
No.
You just causing more problem for yourself.
But what kind? I mean,
Here goes. What race are you from? Human.
Bitch, please.
But you know what? It would actually be a beautiful place. This would be a beautiful place if everybody just saw it that way. If it was just seen as we're one race, the human race, man, this would be such a beautiful place to be. The problem is people got racist, all kinds of crap.
There's
So.
too many people
fuck all them mentally challenged rednecks. Fuck
division
them.
for some reason.
Huh?
Yeah. What's that?
People that want division for some reason, and it really doesn't even matter what kind of division it is. Just as long as there's some kind of division and some kind of something where people don't get along, that's what they want.
You know what's funny about that though? We actually are brought up like that, whether it's like racism, genders, or anything. Like even like when you think about it, when we was kids, they wanted to separate the boys from the girls, and you gotta have pink over here, it's blue over here. Like,
well, a lot of indoctrination. That's when a lot of indoctrination happens.
Well, yeah. Right. I mean, if you think about racism at its core, or even separation at its core, it's fear. It's all fear. Yeah. If you think about it, like when you don't understand a certain culture, you don't understand a certain skin color or anything like that, your fear jumps in before your ability to try to get to understand and know the people. You're predestined to be afraid of what you see, as opposed to just understanding and talking to people.
That's right. Like even separating boys and girls in elementary school, they're not old enough to even think about no stuff like that in pre-K. You know, first grade, even second grade, even that's not on their mind at all. And I don't even remember third grade even looking at a girl as being. I knew she was a girl, but that was about it.
But I'm sorry, I remember my kindergarten teacher, Miss Wortham, was one of the most prettiest women I ever seen in my life. I still remember how pretty she was because she was, one of the first people that you spent more time with than your family.
Right.
She was very kind because I know people who had treacherous kindergarten teachers.
Did you fuck though?
What?
Oh.
I was 5.
How did we get
when they leave that kind of lasting impression on you, you expect all teachers to be like that, and they're not. But I remember Miss Wortham, and I've got a really good memory because I've just certain things that stick in your brain, I just hold on to. But I remember her, and so I mean, there are some things that you remember, but besides the people who I went through from kindergarten to 6th grade with, I don't remember thinking about anything except for being my friends, be it female or male.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but I think
the worst thing was is having a person as your friend.
Yeah.
Right, like nobody in the 3rd and 4th grade got home and was like, "I can't wait till I'm old enough to smash." Like that just didn't happen.
Right?
No, you didn't think that. Like, well, for me, I had a crush every grade.
I believe that.
I really did. I really had a crush every grade.
I kind of, yeah. I mean, but you know what, Van? The thing about it, it's also lived experience for the kid because you have no idea what the kind of house they came from, what they have been exposed to in their household, and all of that type of stuff. So I think a lot of that happened because of things that probably were happening. You know what I mean? And when having to put boys away from girls because we have no idea what you saw in your household, and you try to implement that in the classroom. So now we have to keep them separate so that we can teach them, teach them the differences between the two, because sometimes the lines get blurred depending on the household that you come from.
Yeah,
that's true.
What's up, Jay?
I grew up in one of them sheltered households. The first girl I ever broke up with was in middle school, and that's because she smoked cigarettes, and I thought that was the worst thing in the world.
I'm 100% sure that you grew up Amish, Van. I'm almost.
But to continue on this too, you see it culturally as well. Too.
How was Rumspringa?
It wasn't that bad, but I will admit it was close.
I'm gonna say I act like I know what y'all talking about. I have no idea.
Amish rite of passage where you can either leave the confines of your community and go out into the world, experience whatever you want. You want to have sex with a billy goat underneath of the Eiffel Tower, drinking a Mai Tai. If you can pull it, do it. And I forgot how long it is,
I think
but
it's up to them.
yeah, actually, yeah, it's once you are ready to commit yourself to the church and the community, then you come back, or you don't come back at all.
Isn't that just dating?
Huh?
That's just dating, right?
No, but you don't understand. They could never come back home. Either you come home and commit yourself to that lifestyle and the church.
Who, Amish people?
Yes, or not come back.
The only thing close to that would that sound like is a game.
Yes.
That sounds like
there is the mafia.
They got Amish mafia too.
They use slingshots though. No.
And then you really
That's
Amish?
a joke. I am not making fun of people.
Oh.
No.
Y'all were talking about separation, but in a more than one culture, even outside of the Jewish culture, when women menstruate, I don't know why I couldn't say that word right.
Yeah.
Menstruate, they are separated from the men. And in some cultures, they can't come back till it's all over with.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of it though. Like even culturally, like even if you look at like some of the Latin American countries, El Salvador doesn't like Mexico, and Mexico doesn't like El Salvador. Nobody likes the Spaniards. Like they can intermingle here to an extent, but everybody's always saying something in the background. And I shouldn't say all because it's not a blanket statement, but
right.
You see that, but you see it in even in like almost every, we'll say specimen race, considering we've said the human race is the only one. But
right.
Gone now. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
But you see the separation sometimes too. Is like even for me growing up, I would have been considered like a country girl or a redneck. Now nobody would think about that of me now, but I might not have gotten along with, somebody on the other side of the street kind of deal. And I see it everywhere. And a lot of times it has more to do with means and resources and looking down the end of your nose at somebody, which is the same thing that has a tendency to happen in religion.
Right.
Right.
And
I mean,
a lot
you
of
can
times
look at the English
behavior. And that's what they don't realize.
I mean, you can look at the English and the English and the Scots. You know what I mean? Like England, Scotland, Ireland. Those, I mean, the separation between all these people look alike. You know,
fucking start.
He looked. Too.
I know him.
I'm late.
You knew he was about to say some ignorant shit. You
never graduated past the 6th grade.
I have.
Yeah. Shout out to Doug.
Shout out to Doug.
Hi, Jay. We miss you already.
What up, Peanut?
Hey, shut up.
God damn.
You be trying with me every time. You want me to pull up on you every chance I get, don't you? And you know I will.
I don't.
What podcast is it?
I don't.
I will pull up on you, Richard. Richard. What was the topic I missed?
Plus the gumbo. We just talk random shit.
Oh, okay.
And you're thinking that he's there now. He really could be right outside the door. You come and smack it back.
Scott.
They say when a guy picks up a girl a whole lot, he really got a crush on her. They say when a guy picks on a girl a whole lot, he really got a crush on her, right?
Well, that's not true because that guy was picking on me when I met him.
And as I said a couple minutes ago, learn the behavior. But and then I mean the worst part about it is that there is only one indigenous culture in this country, and all of us do not belong to it unless there is somebody who has been married, had sex, and been with an indigenous human from this area. So we all don't have 100% claim to this land. So this land is your land, this land is our land, this land is their land, and we just living on it.
Yeah. I mean, true. If Mount Rushmore was true, it would not look the way it looks now.
No, it wouldn't.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it would have a lot of indigenous people's heads on the top. But here's the thing: they're not the type of people that were, that vain that they needed their heads on a mountain. You know what I mean?
Let me ask y'all a question.
Yes.
Have y'all ever seen Mount Rushmore in person?
No.
No.
Yeah, I seen
it. You seen it in person?
It's as big as you think it is.
That's what she said.
Every
opportunity.
Half Italian, half Cherokee Indian, all beautiful and mean.
But Grizz,
that is a mix for your ass right there.
But Grizz, the reason why it feels creepy is because the Black Hills of South Dakota, where it is, that's a religious place for all indigenous peoples.
Yes.
Even coming out of Canada, that's like their go-to spot. Like if like the Muslims have Mecca,
the Black Hills belong to Native American.
The Black Hills are like Mecca for indigenous people from all tribes. So that's why it's such a big deal.
And then you slap these men's faces up on there, and basically their temple.
Yeah,
and you just slap a whole bunch of racist presidents' faces up there. It's weird that they bored their nose up too. You can see up their damn noses and trees and shit. It's just strange looking. It's just weird. Like it's like looking at somebody's face that, but yeah, I honestly, I had to walk away from it. I ain't even go as far as other people went. I just saw it. Okay, I'm good. I've seen it. I've been here. That's it.
Is there such thing as being just a little bit racist?
A little bit?
Like just a little bit.
I mean, I guess there is levels to it.
Yeah, because I worked with a guy that was so racist he didn't understand he was racist, and we figured that out.
What was the guy from the Chappelle show?
Clayton Bigsby.
No,
Clayton Bigsby.
Bigsby.
So I was working with this guy.
His wife because she found out she loved black people.
No.
So I was working with
I
this
don't say
guy.
that. So
He said, I asked him why he divorced his wife. He said simply because she was a nigga lover.
So I was working with this guy, and to a point, I really thought that he might have been actually colorblind because he would tell racist jokes and stuff, even when there would be like 3 of us sitting around. Like, and we would be like, did he really just, I mean, did he just miss that we were here? Like, did he not just see us? Like, we were on break one time, and he looked at one of the other guys, and he was like, hey, you want to come over this weekend and shoot some cans? And the guy's like, I mean, what kind you got? And the guy was like, well, we could find some Jamaicans and some Mexicans. And we were all sitting there like, did he really just say that?
It's not here.
We're like, did he really just say that? And we're sitting like right here.
Yo, was that a vibrator?
I think it was somebody's phone, my friend. I think it was somebody's phone. I hope it wasn't nobody having happy time. I'm just saying.
somebody using a Hitachi right now.
What kind of freak shit is y'all?
That shit was voice activated.
I swear that reminds me of the Magic One. Every girl turned around and went.
As long as that was
No, we're good.
That was the one.
There was another time we were sitting around, and one of the guys on the job had called his wife or something, and he was from like Sierra Leone or someplace like that, and he was, speaking his language on the phone, which was French, of course, and he comes around the corner and here's the guy, and he's like, there he goes speaking that African crap again, and we're like, African's not even like a language. Like, what are you talking about? Like, dude, are you okay? Like, what?
I don't know. No, I actually had a guy tell me I was pretty nice for a colored guy.
Whoa.
Wow.
How old was he? 90 what?
Right.
No, I mean, I don't know how old he was, but I know when his expiration date was about to be.
Who
Because I was about to put his ass in there.
bail you out?
I honestly, I had to really think. I had to really kind of gather myself, and had to think of something quick to say, because my first thought was the swing, but then I said, you pretty cool for a colored guy too. I said, white's the color, sir.
There's so many times where I think people think that they're being funny or that they're saying something. I don't know if meaningful is the right word, but I was delivering for Spark Driver this week, and one of the drives that I had to do was literally across the street. It was an advanced auto over here and a Midas over here, and it was like 2 rotors and some brakes. And I hoisted him up in my arm and took him in, and the guy behind the counter goes, "You're strong." And my first thought was, okay. And then all I said was, I do what I can. Because I'm like, what are you supposed to say to that? But it's kind of the same thing as it's like, to the other person, it was probably innocuous. And it didn't, necessarily carry the same weight as like me on the other end going, did you say that because I'm a girl? Like, I don't know why you said that to me.
You can't tell this is a Gumbo show, Shauna. We have talked about everything. This is a Gumbo show. So you can say whatever is on your heart's mind, Shauna. This is the night. And I don't know if we're ready for it, but go in.
I'm ready. I have a friend of me.
Hold on to your skivvies because it's coming.
I have a friend of me Like this person will answer the phone anytime I call. He actually is doing something for me that's really dope that I appreciate him about. But the first time I met this man, I'm in the back of a van asking questions, and I was like, "Yo, what's y'all favorite movies?" And this man said Roots. Now normally I wouldn't have had no problem with it if he wasn't white. I just looked at him. I said, "Why would you say Roots?" He was like, "I did not say that." And every time I call him, he was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I just want to know if you racist today." I just want to know.
Let me tell you, this is totally a fictitious story that he's made up about a very good guy that we used to work
Not
with.
fictitious.
And he knows the guy said Roots because he gets on this guy all the time. So he was time enough for him, and he didn't have a comeback. You know that's what
he said Roots.
And you were done. You were like
Roots. I was like, "Oh, it's a wrap."
Yeah,
it's a wrap. I'm on your ass, Mr. Postman.
What's one thing you always wanted to try in the bedroom but haven't had the nerve to yet?
Oh, I mean, she went for the jugular, didn't she?
Did I say hold on to your skivvies?
Hey, yo, time out. Shout out to Shauna. Okay. She sat there, was watching the show like, this is getting too deep. Speaking of deep.
Let's find out just how deep you can get.
I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, I'll go first, but I mean, because first of all, shout out to Sheila. She's not feeling well today, so everybody just say a little something to Sheila.
Big prayers up.
Yeah, I love you, honey. Hope you feeling better, but hope you don't mind this, baby. But no, I'm saying it because it's one thing that most people would have thought someone of my stature would have done by now, but I've been married since I was 21. So a lot of things went off the board fairly quickly.
Sure.
But if anything that could happen that I could have happened in the bedroom would be a threesome. I've never had a threesome.
It's overrated.
It all depends on what you're doing in the room. So I mean, but I've never had one, and you know, it's not something on me and Sheila's bucket list. So I'm not looking for one.
Sure.
But out of sheer curiosity. Now, the thing is, I would prefer it be male, female, female.
Okay, so like a swinger situation?
No, I wouldn't, just once to see what it's like, but not really. I don't know.
It's called MFF.
Okay. He just made something up.
I did.
No,
I did not.
See how green I am? And I know a lot of shit about sex, but
no, that is absolutely a thing.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, it's a way of abbreviating the information depending on where you're sharing the information.
Here's a question.
Okay. Yeah.
Is a short train considered a threesome?
No.
What the fuck is a short train? Like with midgets?
I know what that means, but go ahead. Proceed.
The fuck is a short train?
Sadly, I
And
feel like
there,
the answer to your
and
question.
that is not the correct terminology for small words.
At all.
Wow.
At all.
No.
Hey, I'm a short nigga. I can say what I want.
No. Excuse MFM. Short train.
Short train. Okay.
Because
I mean,
because some women would consider that a train.
so my opinion, yes, it's still a train, but yes, it's a threesome. Yeah,
because there's three of you there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
yeah.
Then no.
And if
no,
you
that's not answering her question because that's off the board because I've already done it.
No, but what is something that
You doing what, my
is
nigga?
there something? I don't know what you've done, so I'm not.
You got trained?
Swing from a chandelier. I'm afraid of heights.
Talking about you got trained?
No.
Oh.
You
So I
were
say,
You were never the caboose. I was never the caboose.
I was so confused, yo. I was like, Scott.
He was going chugga 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 chugga.
I was like, God damn.
And the girl was going woo woo.
Well, no, she was never.
Call it back, shorty.
Of all the days to be live in studio.
What's one thing you always wanted to try in the bedroom, but you haven't had the nerve to yet?
Answer.
I don't think I met her yet.
Trying to figure out what. But that ain't got nothing to do with what the question was. It didn't say who. It said what.
Who can be a what?
It said what, not who.
Who could be a what? We can go down to Whoville.
Answer the question, Rick. What's the one thing, not who's the one thing.
Hilarious. But no, I don't think.
Give him the real speech, Dad? You did give him the real speech? All right. The first time you go down on a girl, it's got a little bit of a kick that nobody warned you about. You have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but I guarantee you. Remember the first time you had Caesar salad? Same response on your tongue. Holy fuck, that tastes nothing like the magazine. But after you have Caesar salad a couple times, you're like, I love Caesar salad. I'm gonna have it every day. I don't give a shit. Blah, 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 blah.
I wonder what Caesar salad he talking about. Because when I worked at this retirement
really
home,
talking about
I know what he was talking
salad.
about. Like I want to know because the first time I had Caesar salad, it was just like romaine lettuce, some like Parmesan
cheese.
But when I worked at a retirement home, I worked for the retirement home was more Jewish based, and they put anchovies on it.
They put anchovies in the dressing.
No, like literally anchovies on it, and that's how we made. Because I was a server, that's how we made our Caesar salads.
Yeah, but a lot of places put the anchovies in the dressing.
Yeah,
but that's because it's made fresh. You can't like keep it for long periods of time once you put the fish in it. So they make it without the anchovies and a lot. I know. They make it without the anchovies. Where'd Van go? He got scared of the conversation? No, there he is. I'm joking. I was getting ready to say, like, I got to put on my headphones and listen to this in silence. Nobody can hear. If the Amish community knows I'm talking on these, I'll get caught. My brother spring is not over yet. Leave me alone.
What about
no? It's so good.
I answered. Y'all got to answer.
I'll answer it.
Okay.
So it's probably gonna be way too TMI for this whole conversation.
It's never too much information.
This is a no judgment zone. Look at who you're talking to.
So Shanna, I actually had a sexual bucket list when I was younger, and I have accomplished everything that I put on the list except for one thing. And the only thing I haven't accomplished that I wanted to check out and try is being with a man that's actually pierced. It's the only thing I haven't experienced.
Oh, the Prince Albert.
Or any other. There's so many ways. I learned that from somebody who was actually pierced.
I don't know if I could do that.
You want to put a what? Where? Why? Oh, nope. I got questions just because I knew you were going to be there, beautiful Dawn.
Hey.
Do you smell Prince Albert in the can?
Wow.
So this has nothing to do with nothing. What did you call her though? Because you ain't say her name.
Say again?
You ain't say her name. What you call her?
It says Shana.
Shauna.
Shauna?
Yeah.
That says Shana.
I used to call her that too.
Oh wow. See, here we go.
Okay, well, we gotta have a podcast about that because my wife did not spell her name the way everybody else spells it.
All right, come on now.
Shelia.
Okay.
And it's Sheila. So you know,
snitches get stitches.
You know black people. You know black people.
Nah, Jerry phone was messed up. And he had to call his wife. So he looked at my phone, he's like, this is not how you spell her name. I said,
because if she ever saw it,
oh.
I'm just putting auntie. If she saw that, she'd be like, who is that? That is not me.
She knows my
that
heart.
one spot that you guys would be up until 1:30.
All right, maybe at the point.
Yeah.
On the point. Does Shayna's husband have a bald head? I don't remember.
What?
No, Shayna Freud.
Does she have a what?
Her husband. Does he have a bald head?
Eddie, yes.
Yeah, I think he just walked past me. I wasn't too sure.
It might have been.
That's why I kept looking. But then the
Hey, Jay,
beard threw
mind
me
your
off.
business, man. Mind your business. Let that man be.
But
He ain't doing nothing. He's walking.
I mean,
but
it's like,
if you did ask
yeah,
his last
that,
name,
that is chilly.
no,
Reese
not
is not
And I like
by
planks
any
and stuff
means.
anyway, so the planks for me is just like everything.
his name is
Yeah.
Seidel, not Croy's, because that's her work name.
Oh, but I only know her name.
You just said Shayna
But I was
Croy.
looking like, because he was looking and I'm looking like, is that him?
Shayna Croy.
You want to warm me up? You want to stand me?
Somebody woman you. Whoa, where you at?
No.
No, so. Stand me. It's food involved.
So, all right, who's up next? Grizz, we put you on front stage. Well, we're trying to put you on front stage.
What's up? What are you talking about here?
The question right underneath. Oh,
You gotta bring the question back up.
What's the one thing you've always wanted to try in the bedroom?
I thought you was
and
getting
haven't had the nerve. There isn't nothing. Honestly, fondue, maybe fondue. I guess I don't know.
What? Are we talking cheese fondue or chocolate?
Can we elaborate on this?
Either way, you talking about a 30-degree burn.
Yeah.
That's called the winds of change. Change that shit.
Grizz out here trying to dip the dick. Hey, yo.
I can see it now. It's gonna be hot chocolate fondue first. What's that stuff like you put on the outside? And you put hard chocolate on the
Oh yeah, I don't know what it's called. I know what you're talking about though.
You talking about that magic shell shit?
Wow.
Hey Grizz.
What's
Sex took me to the ERs more than the show. I'm just
People want to say hi.
Hi. Welcome to the Grown Man Clique podcast, you person of interest.
Hold up.
You make it sound like they on trial, brother. Like they about to do
I got
that.
all times.
I didn't know what to say. I kind of got stuck, and my brain went to the most innocuous thing to say to not piss anybody
I was
off.
going to say it sounded like that.
Yeah, you really nice today.
Hold on.
Oh, me.
No, not you.
This was the one thing I wanted to try. I have no idea, honestly. I don't even know what's out there. So I have no clue.
We're gonna need you to do some research for the next.
You refuse to go on Rumspringa.
That Amish pussy good as shit. Huh? Right there, like, what I need to be for?
Come to hither,
Me and her fucking goats together.
Let us turn butter the old-fashioned way.
Ass nigga with my dick against the rod.
No, I guess for me it's a little bit different because how do I want to say this?
What?
No, I kind of have to almost know what I'm getting involved in before I do anything. So to say that I want to try something first, not really. It would more or less just kind of have to happen. And if it happens and it's okay, then it's like, okay, cool, that happened. But it's not like I've got a list where, yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. That I don't have like that list.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to have a list. It's just there's usually like something like you've heard of it or whatever it is, and you're like, if I ever had the opportunity.
No, I don't think I've really had that thing.
Okay.
Are you a man or your mouse? I like you.
It's like being on the like a movie. I mean, or the movie Coming to America. Whatever you like.
Y'all seem to forget that Van is the guy with the dimes and nickels and beer cans and shit. He be doing some.
Exactly. I was thinking like,
there
what
you
could he
go.
possibly do?
No, don't forget the show about the kink. He would not let this tape go.
The Pop Rocks, the double-sided tape, the 63 cents. Yeah, that stuff.
We still this shit.
I need to know what you do with these things because you just keep bringing it up.
I don't think
Like, in what order do they go?
Now, you remember real quick when we was at the game night and Van kept saying, "Listen, I need some Scotch tape." Because he had a dare. I still don't know what your dare was. He wouldn't let it go. Yo, he would not let it go. He was like, anybody got a marker? I said, what the fuck is you about to do? You about to play Pictionary. I smoke roaches.
What?
Okay,
Oh,
Roach.
shit. Okay.
Right. Now, I would have not came into work tomorrow. Well, and then, you know what I'm saying? Because there's it's along the line of van. I don't have a list, but if it happens, it's okay. It's like, now you gotta get proof. It's cool. We can try that again. But then I know, because I plan to pull this, so I can go to brunch tomorrow. Yeah, every you know what I'm saying? I think I pretty much accomplished everything on my list. Like, and some extra. Something. Yeah, with a bit of extra. Yeah. I can get my
That's what's up.
Told you wouldn't do it.
Told you what?
What?
What you say?
Told you what? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Put your biceps away.
She gonna come through that screen.
You, sweetheart. That's why.
Listen, I'm gonna come through the door in like 2 seconds.
She gonna come through that screen.
I would go right straight to the screen.
Right to the screen.
Hey Rick, I gotta remind you that she's probably not just close, but she got company with her. She got people with her. She coming with a sister.
Real?
Actually,
do they want to answer the question?
Your new name Roach.
They say my name
Roach.
Yeah, I smoke roaches.
I got more question, but everyone has to answer.
All right, what else you got?
Van is not innocent. Laugh out loud. Van,
It's not what?
Butt licked.
He's not innocent.
Hey, yo, time out. Shauna.
Well, we know Van not innocent.
Shauna low-key just called me cold.
Pop Rock is 63.
Hold on. I just asked you a question.
I didn't say I was innocent. I'm just way different.
Okay, you ever had your butt licked?
No,
man. Hey, man.
No,
man.
No.
No.
What the hell just happened?
Okay, just asking.
What the hell?
You ever had your ass licked after you shit and call it Nutella?
Man, you better cut that.
What?
Oh, what the fuck?
You're not allowed to speak anymore.
What the hell is
I'm gonna need somebody to.
Unplug
I'm gonna need somebody to catch up. What the hell's going on, man?
No.
Well, you did say if it happens and you like it, it's okay. Don't want you to say
No, I didn't say it for it to go that far. I don't know what the hell that just happened.
No.
Damn.
Other than the obvious, where's your favorite place on your body to be licked, kissed, and why?
What is the obvious?
Your mouth.
Hold on. Hey, JB, I have a question. Before anybody answers, I got a question for Shauna.
Yeah.
right at the cuff of my butt.
Right at the cuff.
That's right. I hear you.
I am, yeah.
You like right there, but you're not right there. And it's just like, oh.
Well, you never been licked there because you ain't got no
Hey, JB, before anybody else answers, I
Hold on.
question
I
for Sean.
can't hear you. Hold on. What did you say?
I said before anybody else answers, I have a question for Shauna. Ma'am, are you horny? I'm just
Is she what?
Is she horny?
Hold on.
Madam, are you randy? Are you horny? Because
are you horny?
You're a little horny today. Little randy.
I think that might just be like her natural personality, honestly, because every show it's always something like that.
Other than the obvious, where's your favorite place on your body to be licked or kissed, and why, Van?
I don't think there's a why, but it would have to be like the middle of my back.
Okay.
Let me find out Van Rose sensual. He out here like, yes. Ooh.
No.
I can hear Van.
Not the Pillsbury Doughboy. No.
That's a little weird. Like, is she pinning you down so she can lick the middle of your back? Like,
no.
With the arch in his back, like, ooh.
No, not at all. Like, let's say I'm, maybe
your back the bitches and shit, and like put your tongue.
No, like for example, let's say I'm.
Why is your back to somebody?
Why?
No, like if let's say I'm sitting on the floor, like crocheting or something like that, and she walks up and she just happens to kiss me on my back that way. Then it's like, okay, cool. Time to put this down. Right. Huh?
What part of your back?
No, like like if I'm sitting
top, middle, lower.
We don't need a
I need the exact place.
Like just below the base of my neck.
That's your ass.
No, base of my neck. Base of my neck.
I thought he said the base of his back. I was like, that's the booty hole. Like,
no,
Rich,
neck.
I was gonna ask you, how far you think his ass goes up?
Right.
All the way.
He got a Shannon Sharp eye ass.
Okay, that's some alien shit right there, man.
No, so like I was saying, like if I'm sitting there on the floor, like crocheting or something, or on a stool, and I'm making something, and let's say, a female just walks up and she just kisses me on the back of my neck, then that's like, okay, cool. That's the thing. I need to go ahead and
the neck is cool.
Put this down and go kind of do what I need to do. So,
Yeah. And that's basically for me, that's where mine is, right on the back of my neck. Right on the back of the neck. That's pretty much what it is. And it just, it lets me know that it's time to stop doing whatever the hell it is I'm doing and put in some work.
What's up with y'all liking people behind you?
After Greg said something about fondue, I thought he was gonna say like after I made some donuts that I made. I want you.
Here we go.
It ain't a bad motherfucking idea, though, boy. I tell you.
Uh-oh.
I got questions about y'all liking people walking up behind you. I'm
Donuts and pineapple rings. Here we go.
No. So,
all right.
Hey, Jay, Miss Grizz just likes to hug me. She likes to hug me from behind. So she likes to walk up behind me and hug me from behind, and she.
No, real shit. When you in a relationship, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Like it's something more comforting about that, though. Like I don't know about like laying on my stomach and let somebody lick my back, but those little comfort hugs, especially like when you wilding in your head, and then it was like, "Babe, it's gonna be okay." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, yo, come in."
Slows it down
because I don't want to look over the shoulder and shit. Like, I don't want to do that shit.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that now.
It's like, yo, let me look back at you.
All right, so that's yours, huh? That's yours?
What?
Your place?
No, that's not my place.
Well, what is your place?
I'm a goofy motherfucker. I like shit that's not normally licked. Like lick my elbow, my kneecap. Like I'm a bad at some shit. Like, no,
what
nasty motherfucker? Like, goddamn, like you gonna lick right there? Or don't you know what's? I don't know what this called. Right there. Between where your leg and your kneecap connect. The back of your knee? Yeah, that spot right there, they usually get full of sweat. It's like
Ain't nobody licking your knees. Ain't nobody licking your knees.
That's weird as hell.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like do some wild shit. Like why you bouncing on that dick and my arms like this? Lick my underarm pits.
Wow.
I'm fucking with y'all. I don't know.
Wow.
Scott, please answer this question so he can stop talking, please.
Fucked up thing. Oh Lord! Until he started wilding, I was gonna say the back of my knee. Until he started wilding. We was on the same track.
On the table now. You gotta take that out the table now.
I love that everything revolves around his knees.
That's the closest thing he got to everything on his body.
Exactly, everything that I care about.
When they ask him how tall he is, knee high.
Knee high.
When they ask him about where, knee high.
Well, I went ankle size.
When they ask him what is his favorite orange drink, knee high.
I don't know. About
Most people would ask him what he needs.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn it! God damn it!
I'll answer because I like
go get in there joking.
Right behind my ear, a little bit lower than the like top, but right, it's that little soft spot right behind your ear.
I got you.
When she come up behind me and give me that little schmook right there, that's good. That's good. That's wonderful.
Mine's a little bit more innocent. I like forehead kisses. What is happening?
The magic box.
Whoa.
Wow.
Dow.
Oh my goodness.
Well now.
So would you please repeat your answer?
I said mine's a little bit more innocent. I like forehead kisses.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You won't hear me say anything sweet like that again. But.
Okay.
Wow.
Forehead kisses. Like, oh
kiss
my
me
God.
on my forehead, motherfucker. No, sir, I am not horny. I am pleasantly satisfied. But it's the Gumbo Show, and I love to stir the pot.
You know who else loves to stir the pot? Clearly, Riz.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dude.
Damn right. You goddamn right.
God damn. That shit hot.
Man.
Okay, all right. Now we're getting a little deep in retrospective. Okay.
I gotta think about this one.
I don't. I remember.
Okay.
What was your most profound? See, Grizz, you see what you did? Now she ain't giving us the sex questions. Making motherfuckers think.
What is she
So,
God.
my most profound moment of vulnerability was the morning that I lost my mom. Because when you've experienced something like that for loss for the first time, it was clearly evident that I married the right person because my wife took such good care of me, and it taught me that I made the right decision in who I married. So I was going through it. You know, this was the first real close family member to, leave us. And I didn't know what, I was all over the place. And, when you have a wife who hadn't been through anything like this before at all, like I think my wife lost her first cousin like a year or two ago. And so this was like now going on 17 years. So, and, it taught me that, sometimes you never, I always say this and people hear it and they don't get it all the time, but you don't always get what you want, you get what you need. And at that point, I knew that I had made a great choice in saying that I wanted her to be my partner forever. So that was my most profound moment of vulnerability because I was lost for a good while until, Sheila helped me get back on track. So love you, babe.
Yep.
Anybody else want to go? Food's there. All right, Jay, we talk to you later.
Mine is probably a little weird. It was actually the first strip club I'd actually gone to, and it was me and some guys that were hanging out. It was my first year of college, and I was dating this girl, and we went to a strip club, and I didn't know that my girlfriend's mom worked at the strip club. and was pretty mad that I was trying to avoid her and not tip her, to the point where she was pretty adamant on giving me a lap dance. And I'm like, you're my girlfriend's mom. And she was like, it's just a dance. And I was like, that ain't the point. And that was kind of strange, because I was trying to tell my girlfriend about it the next day, like, because I didn't want, mom to say nothing. And I was like, well, me and the guys went out, and this is what happened. And, your mom was there, blah, 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 blah. And my girlfriend got mad, not because I went, but
mama.
Because I didn't get the lap dance from mom at least twice. And I was like, this is awkward. Like, I don't even know what to do about this. So, yeah, that left me in a real strange place. Like, I was like, I don't know, like, what I'm supposed to do now.
You never had the thought to, like, I want to experience where my girlfriend came from? Let me shut up.
No. No.
Well, if you ain't about the sickest.
No.
Oh boy. Yeah, let me see. I get like much like JB was when my mother passed away. And I found out that I'm a lot stronger than I thought, because I would go to my mom for all kinds of advice. And it was the first time that I realized that the beginning of me is now gone. Both my grandparents and my mother and father are gone. So my beginning is gone. So I had to realize new beginning starts with me. Yeah. So I had to understand that taking my own advice is okay. And I'm not always going to be right, but at least I'm always going to be true to myself. So,
okay. Yeah. Cool. Rich, Scott?
Right, nah, I'm about to be out of here. My death, just like y'all, my most profound moment was when I heard my wife passed. What it taught me was, regardless of where a relationship ended up and whether you could actually live with that person or not, love is love and love is real.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have anyone to stabilize me, so I was out of it for a while, probably right till COVID. So
yeah,
I think that's understandable.
Yeah. Don?
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Mine's gonna be a little different. Again, probably sharing a little too much, but I have a trauma background, so vulnerability makes me want to climb out of my skin. So I don't usually look at most things as being vulnerable. I think I look at them as lessons very often, and I learn very vicariously because of it as well too. like I'm listening to you guys talk about death, and I don't process death the same way most people do, and it's always felt like there was something wrong because I don't process it the same way other people do. Oh no, I'm going to elaborate on it. And I've got a good example of this, but I'm going to elaborate a little bit more. My best friend since like high school, like we had like a trio kind of deal. She died probably 3 years ago now, I think. She died on Mother's Day. We had just been out. We had just been, celebrating Mother's Day that Saturday. Come that Monday, I get a phone call Monday morning that she woke up. She looked startled. She hit the bed. She was dead as soon as she hit the bed. And there is a running theme with the teenagers in my world now. When I have the shaved head, they call it my hero hair because it was how my hair was styled when this event happened. And because what happened was I went in and took care of everybody. Because when you're taught that what it is that you need, your needs and your emotional needs, if they're not met, and you're taught that the adults are the ones that actually get to have those things, or they're the ones that take precedence, you learn to take care of everybody around you. So in that moment, I walked in, I'm like, all right, what do we need to do? What are all those things? But I had one fall apart moment. It was right after. And I wrote a little blurb for everyone because I knew her daughter wasn't going to be able to do it. Because, she left 3 kids behind. She was 40, 41, something like that. And she ended up having bilateral thrombosis. She had blood clots. And that was the end of having my moment with it. Whereas a lot of people, like when you have that closeness, you mourn for a very long time. But I've always found death interesting in the fact that funerals are for us. They're not really, for that person that was here. It's why I like celebrations of life a little bit better. I don't want to remember the person in the casket. That wasn't my person. My person was all those things, that we did together throughout life. And I think there's a lot of things that can be looked at as, you survive something or whatever your vulnerability is. But I think there's a perspective that can come from it when you choose to look at it for whatever it is. And perspective, I think, was the hardest thing to gain. And it wasn't until I think it was in my 20s. There was one thing, I didn't realize how angry I was as an individual, just in general. And I think it's like a Buddha quote or something, but the quote is, hate is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. And it was one of those kind of like aha moments where I'm like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. Because like everything up until that point, like there was so much in my life that had been so negative that I realized my perspective wasn't my perspective. It was the perspective that I was taught. The shoe's always going to drop, or you're not going to get the positive outcome of the thing that you want. It's always going to be the negative one. It's always going to be the worst case scenario. But that's also what makes me a really good problem solver, because I can think all those steps ahead. So I think a lot of the things that happen in our world, if we can truly choose to learn from them, we gain a different perspective from having the vulnerable moments. I'm just not good at having them. Like, I don't look at them as vulnerable moments, I think, a lot of times. And there was one instance that I remember, I had bought my first house and had a cat. We didn't get the cat fixed fast enough. So we ended up, she ended up pregnant. And I told my boyfriend at the time, I'm like, we're only keeping one of these cats, because everybody in the house wanted to keep all. I was like, we're not keeping all these cats. It's not happening. When the cat delivered, the first one was stillborn. The second one was alive. The other 3 were dead. And I had this moment, I'm like, did I kill all the kittens because I only wanted one? Like, I had this like real moment with it. And then I went, wait a minute. If I look at this a little bit differently, maybe I willed this one kitten into existence because we were going to keep one. So there's always 2 ways to look at everything. And I think that's why as individuals, we're always in conflict, is because there's always more than one perspective. There's always more than one view. And nobody's ever always going to agree on what that view is. Because everybody's lens and experience is so different. Okay, enough of that.
Well, guess what? That's the Grown Man Clique podcast for today. But I know everybody didn't answer the question. I'm sorry, Shauna. And your next question was really powerful. But, we don't want the show to go too long. But that gives us plenty of stuff to talk about the next time.
What was her next question?
I'll show it to you later. But Grizz, can you tell everybody where they can come on Wednesday nights to see you and most of the Grown Man Clique, so that they can keep up the rhetoric and the fun?
So every single Wednesday night, please come to check us out over on YouTube on Sophisticated Grizzly Podcast. We are also on Twitch and we're also on the X. So please come check us out at 8:15 every single Wednesday. Have no idea what we're going to be talking about this week, but trust me, I'll have it up before you know it. And
Grace, will you send me a link for this week? Because I won't remember.
Sure, I got you. That's not a problem.
All right. And from the Grown Man Clique to all of you, from Shauna, Jay, Sheila, and everybody else that joined in, we thank you so much. We started with a slow crawl, but we ended up rolling down the hill pretty fast. And we just like to thank you for joining the Grown Man Clique podcast. Please remember these 3 things: like, share, subscribe. Tell somebody else so that our platform will go. Do the same for the Sophisticated Grizzly. They're almost to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, and we need to get them there so we can get that beautiful cologne and perfume that he's giving out. When he gets to 1,000, they were exclusive fragrances that came out just for the summer. So please help him get there so we can win them fragrances. And as we say at the end of every podcast, do good, do really good. But if you're going to do bad, do really bad so they know that you meant it. Peace. We're out.